Better World Blueprint. Good humans doing good things.
Hello, I'm Siobhan Hunt. When bad things happen in the world, terrorist attacks, climate disasters, badly behaving politicians, we tell our children to look for the helpers because it's important to remember that there is still good in the world. I think adults could do with that reminder too sometimes, and that's what this podcast is all about. In each episode, I speak to someone who's changing the world for the better. A reminder that we still have reason to hope. This is A Better World Blueprint. Amelia McFarlane believes in the power of self-expression. Through her styling business, Colour Me In Styling, she empowers her clients to embrace their true sense of style. And it's so much more than looking good. By gently guiding her clients to identify colours and shapes that make them feel good, she fills them with self-love and confidence. I hope you enjoy this chat with stylist Amelia McFarlane. Shall we give it a crack?
Yeah.
What led you to this work, in particular the work that you do with people, particularly women, to find their own sense of style?
I had worked as a commercial stylist for years. And then when I had my second child, I discovered I was really rapidly losing confidence because my body was changing. And I then sort of saw an opening to then do a personal styling business because I was, obviously connecting to this is how so many women must feel as their bodies change. And I've just got to push myself to think outside the box and tap into my creative side and my own sense of self-expression and just adapt. And through doing that for myself, I then sort of thought I want to do this for other people.
Once you decided that that's what you wanted to do and you really wanted to help other women, what steps did you take? Because you were styling in the commercial world, you're working in advertising. That can be very different to having personal clients. How did you build your business, I guess, so that you were helping women?
It just really evolved through word of mouth. I'd just do one client. Next thing I was helping their sister or their mum or a girlfriend. Yeah, it's just grown organically in that sense. And then I've got a bit lazy with it now, but for a while there I definitely utilised social media and Instagram, or I'd sort of give examples of, outfits I'd put together, or I'm sort of always aware of protecting people's privacy. So I don't necessarily show a lot of clients, but occasionally I would. And that's, my business just growing through social media and word of mouth.
It's a beautiful idea to want to help other people and to have a business like this, and it grew from word of mouth and it was all organic. At the same time, I know you're a mum of 3, so you're raising them. Just wondering if you had any stumbles along the way, whether it was practical or even through your own sense of confidence and self that you could make this happen.
I think my biggest challenge has been, true confessions, I'm not that business savvy. I love what I do. Like, I love helping other women. I can't even begin to tell you how passionate I am about that. And I love using, tapping into my creative side. But I guess I'm not business savvy in that I'm not time efficient. And I still haven't put my rates up after, 12 years in business. I'm shocking. But it's also because I always come back to, I want to be accessible. But I probably need to revisit my business model. I don't know if I can.
Fair enough. I mean, that's part of the challenge, right? Is when you want to do something to help other people. Most of us still have to earn an income while we do it.
Yeah,
so that's right. Part of the challenge, isn't it?
So I have a lot of moments where I'd be thinking, what would you tell a friend? Your time is so precious. So yeah, that's still a bit of a learning curve for me, that I'm constantly having to check in on myself.
Do you think this work has changed you? And if it has, how has it changed you?
I think it's given me a really profound insight into how many women carry shame around their bodies, and I've found it quite, I don't want to say heartbreaking, that's a bit dramatic, but there's definitely a lot of common threads with how I deal with mainly women, like people that identify as a woman. So there's definitely a common thread with women just feeling a lot of shame around their bodies and their physicality, which has sort of led me now into studying counselling. I'm doing a master's in counselling because I want to help women on a deeper level to kind of work through those layers of shame and where they've come from and to move forward. Yeah, because whilst I love styling and I'll always do styling, I definitely want to help women on a deeper level.
Which I find really interesting, because something I've found in talking to people who are, as I see it, making the world a better place, often it's one aim or one desire that follows really different paths. So you started out in the styling and now you're moving into counselling, but they're all different ways of helping people, right? So I find that really interesting.
Yes, yeah. It's funny because I initially, when I first started my business, I kept thinking, oh, is there much depth to what I'm doing? Because it's about fashion and fashion's so fickle. But I've definitely come to realise through feedback from my clients that there is something deeper to helping people find their self-expression in terms of really helping their confidence blossom.
Absolutely. And especially when you're talking about women who, for whatever reason, like you say, have carried around shame about their body or, you and I did that whole experience of where you helped me find my style after kids. And it completely changed my attitude to how I see myself, how I am in the world. That's why I think it's such an interesting way to make the world a better place, because it's not just about the clothes you wear. It's how you see yourself in the world and how good you feel about yourself. And when people feel good about themselves, they're more likely to be good to other people, right? So it's a ripple effect.
It really is. When I have clients that say to me, to be honest, I'm quite fearful of colour. I love the idea of wearing it, but I just don't know if I'm going to draw that attention to myself. And I often, I love reminding people, why don't you change your thinking to you're just shining a light? Like, you're making other people feel good with the colours that you're wearing. And actually only yesterday I caught up with a girlfriend who was just wearing this beautiful magenta dress, and she had so many people come up to her and just say, wow, you look so radiant. I love that colour. And, people just look at her and smile. And I was saying to her, I wish I was capturing this on camera to put on my socials, because the reaction to you is so interesting to observe.
Definitely. And it must have made her feel amazing too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. She was vibing on it for sure. It was beautiful for me to witness, because I'm like, this is my jam. This is what I do. And look at the way you're making other people react to you.
You've spoken about what you've witnessed through your work, but are there any particular stories that come to you when you think about the impact you've seen of your work on your women?
It's the messages I receive from my clients and selfies, which that's another thing. Often I get clients like, oh, no, I couldn't take a selfie. And then I'm like, just don't overthink it, because I want to see your outfit. Like, what did you wear to your date night or whatever the situation is? So I love seeing people sort of get over that self-consciousness, and then the feedback I'm getting about how great they feel when they're putting some time and effort into the outfits that they've created, and how it has really boosted their confidence, and they go out and about feeling great about themselves.
Which is wonderful. And I love what you do, Amelia. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Pleasure.
Amelia McFarlane, stylist from Colour Me and Styling. Amelia has such joy in her voice. I'm sure you could hear that. And to find out what switches Amelia on to that joy, check out the notes in this episode. Next episode, writer Casey Barros takes us through the transformative experience of documenting her father's illness.
And I really wanted people to see what it's like, so I'd take footage of me making his hospital bed. I'd take footage of me crying whilst making his hospital bed.
That's in the next episode of A Better World Blueprint. If you'd like to listen, make sure you subscribe. And if you feel inclined, please rate and review so more people can get their shot of audio feel-good vibes. I'm Siobhan Hunt. See you next time.